everyone, good afternoon. I am a little behind here, so let me catch up. I am going to turn on my other monitor so I can see you guys. There we are. Is that me? Yeah, that's me today. Hey, yay. Hi, guys. I'm Alison Sullivan, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in New Westminster, British Columbia, which is on the west coast of Canada, just sort of 20 minutes from Vancouver, if you know where Vancouver is. And I'm just going to refresh my screen. And there we go. Okay. Make sure that my sound is up. Oh, good. Hey, everything's working. That's great. I just need you guys to join me. Yay. Sorry, I was in another meeting and I got out. I didn't give myself quite enough time to get out. Hi, Mo. How are ya? You're showing up on my one screen here. And, okay. That. Hi, Diane. Hi, Ellie. Okay, you guys. You're good. Let me make it bigger and then I can see more comments. Yay. Okay, I got everybody. Smoky T.O. Yeah, Carly was saying that the air quality is so bad she closed all her windows because it was so bad in Toronto today. I'm sorry to hear that. All the smoke, I guess. Okay. Okay, you guys. Well, nice to see you. We're going to be working with, excuse me, I've got some water in case I start to cough. We're going to be working with the Crafting With You stamp set and dies. So those are my new favorites. I'm kind of addicted to them all of a sudden. Do you remember we made this card the other day? Look at that little trimmer. Is that the cutest little thing? And we've got the scissors and the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And this is going to be the featured products in my upcoming class, so my July class, which I'm not holding until the end of July, July 29th. So there's lots of time to sign up. Diane, I'm not sure if you got my email, but I ordered your bundle for you and I've sent it off to you yesterday. So you should be getting that next week. Okay, once it ships. So looking forward to spending some crafting time with you in July. Okay, let me show you what else comes in the class. So let's go over there. So you pay $45 for the class. We're going to make 4 cards. And we're going to get together on July 29th on Facebook at 10 a.m. Pacific time and craft together. If you can't join live, you can always watch the replay, which I think is what you're going to do, Di, right? You can, you'll want to purchase your bundle. It's not part of the class. You have to provide that yourself, okay? You're going to get half a roll of each of these fantastic satin ribbons. Aren't they pretty? Look at this. We've got Azure Afternoon, we've got Lemon Lolly, and Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath, yeah. And so you're going to get half a roll of each of those. But if you purchase the bundle from me, you're going to get a full roll of each. So Di, in your box, you're going to find a full roll of all of that coming to you. You're going to get a full pack of the tinsel gems. So I added that to your order too. Aren't these pretty? So that's Lolly. I think that's Berry Burst. And then I didn't check the back and it doesn't have the, oh, it does. I put the back, Blueberry Bushel and Pretty Peacock. So there you go. That's the colors, the 4 colors in that tinsel pack. Your class is also going to come with 24 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper. And this is from the Bright and Beautiful suite. So we've got Berry Burst, we've got it's like Lemon Lime Twist, lots of colors in here. Lemon Lolly. Oh my gosh, look at these. So just like all our beautiful papers, we've got one side. Oh, there's my phone I'm going to ignore. There's our one side, and there is the other side. Okay, just going to talk right through that phone. Okay, so you're going to get half a pack of there. So that works out to be 24 sheets. So 2 of each of these. Okay. All right. So next up, let's start creating. We're going to use the crafting with you. We've got the dies, and we're going to also be using the Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folder. I thought this splatter one looked really good for anything to do with art. What do you guys think? I think so, right? Hi, Marilyn. How are ya? Nice to see you on here. I'm just going to see who else has joined. I've got these other notifications popping up. Yeah, I think I got everybody. We're going to use some bright colors. So I started with, this is lemon lime. No, this is granny apple. I love granny apple. I like lemon lime twist too, but I really wanted maybe a little darker hue. Now what I did was I cut this to be 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. Okay. Then I cut off the bottom and cut the top smaller, leaving this little opening. Now, someone on this call, usually one of my sisters, will tell me the name of this card. I'm not sure. It's not a spanner card because we know what that is. Although it is actually a spanner card. It's just done a different orientation, I guess. I was looking for my ruler to tell you the exact size of this, but let me grab my other ruler. So what I did was I just in my trimmer, I just took and cut 2 1/8 off the bottom. And then I left a piece at the top 2 1/8. So that leaves a space in the middle of 1 1/4. Okay. You'll see why we've got a space in a minute. Okay. Next up, I've cut some basic white. Those are cut 1 7/8 by 4. And what I'm going to do is glue them to the granny apple just to give it some definition. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Anybody else popped on while I wasn't looking and I was talking? Oh, I think I've got everybody. Everybody here? Okay. So let's just go ahead and glue these on. One on the top and one on the bottom. You can see that these are this is still free floating. It's not attached to anything. It will be, but it's not at the moment. Okay. Then I've got 2 pieces of Berry Burst. Now these ones are 1 5/8 by 3 3/4. That's an interesting weird size. Have I got that right? Oh yeah, I do. See, I just want it to be, I want it to show. So I wanted it to be, I could have cut it a little bit smaller if I wanted to and had less of a border, but I really wanted it to pop. So I've got 2 of these and I want to emboss these with those splatters. Okay, so let me grab that. Here's the splatter. I'm going to do one at a time. I could do them at the same time, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Here it is. Let me bring it in because these particular 3D embossing folders, because of the size, because they're 3 by 6, you can use your mini. Okay, so what you're going to do for a sandwich is you're going to use plate number 4, which is the dark gray one. Then you've got your folder and your piece of cardstock. And then on top, you've got plate number 1. Okay, and then that's just going to go through, she says. I'm going to have to change my positioning on my, there we go. Goes through, yay. So you don't have to grab your big one, and then you get that nice embossed look. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I think it looks like paint that's been splattered, right? Okay, well, I got to say, I'm glad I'm not in Toronto because with my asthma, I would have a hard time with smoke, but we've had our share of it over the years, haven't we, Diane? Certainly there's been a few years where we can't go outside because it's so bad, and I guess Toronto's getting that right now, which is awful. It's awful for our health, isn't it? Those poor people in the fire zones, though. I feel sorry for them. Okay, so you can see on these pieces you've got an embossed side, and then a debossed, meaning that it's more indented and this is raised. Okay, I want the raised side. So let's stick all this on. Okay. No one ever phones me, by the way, so it figures that somebody's phoned while I was doing this. I mean, literally, the only reason I've got a landline at all is because it's included in my TV and internet package. I don't pay any extra for it, so what's the point of getting rid of it? It's basically why I keep it. Okay, so that's what we've got. Okay, and we're going to actually be attaching these, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Meanwhile, I've got another piece of basic white. Now this is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to be at the inside of my card. Okay, but I want to line up where I'm going to stamp. I want to stamp a sentiment here, and I'm picked "You Inspire Me," and I'm going to stamp it in Berry Burst. Okay, and it's going to show up. If I put this down, let me make sure I'm in thin screen. It's going to show up right here. Okay, hopefully that's straight. Yay! Boy, my Berry Burst is really juicy. Juicy, juicy. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute, okay? But I can go ahead and glue this to the inside. We can make all our fun decorative pieces. And make sure that I don't run my finger over that stamped area because it might not quite be completely dry. Okay, so that's basically the shell of the card. Okay, now we're going to make some bits. Excuse me. So I'm going to use this stamp here. I'm going to use the basket. I'm going to use the flower. Those are 2 different stamps. And then I'm going to use the paintbrushes. Okay, so first up is a piece of basic black, and I'm going to grab my embossing buddy, some white embossing powder, and my Versamark, and that's what I'm going to stamp my easel in. So I'm going to rub that all over, making sure I'm getting all the bits so I can reduce the amount of embossing powder that sticks where I don't want. And ooh, that wasn't very good. Let's do that again. Other side. I don't know why my lid sticks. I need to investigate why my Versamark lid is so sticky. It's so weird. Okay, let's ink that up. I feel like I'm in too fast a mode. I think it's because I came off of another Zoom call and I was worried I was going to be late. Okay, so we can ink that up in Versamark, give it a nice stamp, and then we'll apply our embossing powder. I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. Okay, because you know me, I'm a dumper. I like to dump my embossing powder. Okay, make sure I'm getting all my little areas here just before I heat set, because if I do it later, it'll be too late. And I think that gets cut out, so I don't really care. See, I've got that little stray. Don't care. It's going to get cut out. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost July. I know we all say that, don't we? Like, we're going out of this first 6 months of the year. It seems crazy to me. But we are. Okay, let's heat set this. And see if there's any more questions. How's everybody doing other than people are having difficulty with fires and smoke and air quality? I see that I was watching an American channel this morning, and I see the East Coast, they're under another blanket of smoke affecting their air travel. So I'm not too happy with Canadians right now. Although a few years ago, last year or the year before, Canada got flooded by the US and we got all their smoke. So I'm sure they were sorry about that, and we were sorry. We're sending smoke down to them. It's not on purpose. All right, that looks good. Okay, now let's grab my favorite things are my dies. Don't you love it when there's dies to match? I love it. And look at this. Look at this. I love this. Now, before I do that, let me grab, I've got lots of tape on here. So I don't want that. See what happens when you use an embossing, you do embossing? It tends to curl your paper a little bit. So that's why I'm going to use this tape to make sure that's stuck down. I'm going to actually add a little bit more so it doesn't shift when we put it through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So let's really stick this down. This is just removable tape. I've never used so much tape on something, but it's really curled my paper. So let's do that. Okay, we're going to bring in our mini and we're going to grab our, excuse me, our cutting plates. I have, you guys, if you could actually, oh here, if you could actually see what I'm working with, I have a very small area to work in. I should take a picture of it. How I lose things, I have no idea, but I do. So plate number 3, clear plate, paper and die, clear plate, run it through. Okay. Release this from its bondage here. And there we go. Okay. Look at that. That cute little easel. It's so cute. What I'm going to do actually is go ahead and glue this on, and I can show you how this comes together. Has anybody else joined us? I don't think so. Nope, just us, just us. Okay, so I'm going to start by just eyeballing this to see where it's going to line up. So I'm going to have to move it over a titch because we've got You Inspire Me. I could have moved that over a bit. So note to self, if you're making this card, maybe move your words over just a titch so it's not so crowded, but that looks okay. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put it on the top part of my easel. I'm going to open this up like so. And I think I had to have it quite a bit over. I think I had to have it like about there. Okay, let me just see. Yep, looks good. Okay. Of course, when you're using the white glue, you do have play time, which is good. You've got time to kind of move it around. But then you also have to take the time to let it set so it doesn't accidentally move. Okay, so here's our bottom piece. Now I just have to look and see, okay, what am I going to put glue on to keep this attached to here? Okay, so I don't want glue in the middle because I don't want it to stick to here. So I can see that I need glue along this piece here, a little support of the legs, and I can put glue here. I can put glue here. I can put glue here. And I can take a little bit of that off. That's a lot of glue. Good thing is that it dries clear, so I'm not too worried about it. So line that up and press that down. And I could have put a little more glue under these, but that should be okay. So I'm just going to actually press down on this so it stays in place. Okay, rather than rub. Hi, Mo. Not a spanner, but maybe window. Doesn't really know. Yeah, it could be a window, Mo, because sometimes people put that. Ellie makes these. I know. She makes some beautiful ones. And she sometimes puts a piece of window sheet in here, which is also nice. So like between, which is kind of nice, but I didn't. I just had it like free flow like that. All right, what's up next? Next step, I cut a little piece of white, and my white is, now this is a really weird size, 1 3/8 by 2. And that's going to be my paper for my easel. So where I'm going to put my artwork, okay? It is a spanner. And I think it is a spanner mo because it's really just a variation, just a different kind of orientation, right? Okay, so here's our little tiny piece. So let's stamp some art on here. Now, there's lots of ways you could do this. You could do this with a set of markers, like your Stamp and Write markers, but I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I've just got a little wipe here, okay? I'm going to take the Berry Burst, and I'm going to take this image, this flower image, and I'm going to ink it up in the Berry Burst. Very juicy, so juicy. Now I've got it on my fingers, because see, that's how juicy it is. And then I'm going to take my wipe, and I'm just going to very carefully take the color off the leaves. And luckily, it's kind of easy to go in here and grab where the leaves are. You don't have to go in very deep, and I can clean that off, and hopefully that is cleaned off. Then I picked a dark green. So this is Old Olive. I'm going to use the brush end, and I'm just going to add the green on the leaves where I've taken that Berry Burst. Now, I could have done the whole thing with markers. I could have colored the flowers with markers and the leaves with markers, but I don't have a Berry Burst marker. So that is why I did this hybrid. Okay, so you can just add some moisture back into your stamp by breathing on it. Okay, just see which way we want that. That looks pretty good. There we go. And this is a distinctive stamp. So that's why you're getting that different variation or graduation in the colors. It's part of the stamp, and that's how it should look. Okay. Okay. So let's glue this on, because this is what our little art project is for today, and our little easel. And I think I'm going to orientate it up this way. I think that looks better with the big one at the top. Okay. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. So that's how our card is going to open. But let's add some more elements. I've got some basic gray and some crumb cake. So I've just got a scrap of paper here, and I'm going to stamp my little basket in crumb cake. I love the details of this. Look at that, because it's the distinctive stamps. Can you see where you've got some light, some dark, some shadow that's been added? I really like that. Then we're going to add the paintbrushes. Okay, and I've just stamped those in basic gray. And then I just grabbed some Stampin' Blends here, coloring the tops of my paintbrushes. And then I just grabbed some colors here, and using the bullet end here, I've just added some of the colors that are already in my card. Like so, and then we've got the Berry Burst. This is supposed to be a pencil, so I'm going to mess that up. That's okay. And I'm sure the top of this would be better if it was in maybe gray, but their image is so small that you probably wouldn't even notice. Okay. So let's grab, look at this. We've got dies. Now, of course, we could cut this one out. We could fussy cut that. But we don't need to, because we have a die. And then we've also got the die for the art pieces here, the brush and the spatula and the other things that you would use as a painter. Okay, so we're going to cut those out. And then I've just got this scrap of silver foil. And one of the dies is a ruler, which I really liked. So let's just pop that on there. I'm just going to hold that in place so it doesn't move. And then we're just going to run all of these through our little die cut. So we've got our plate number 3 and our clear plate and our little elements here and another clear plate. And we can run those through our mini Stampin' Cut glass. I know I mentioned this, but if you don't have one of these, they're really great. Most dies will work in them. And you can get it in this exclusive color, boho blue, while supplies last. So you just go into my store and you can find that, or ask me and I can help you order it. Okay. All right. So here's all our little bits. So I want to glue this to the, like it's like the inside of my basket. I'm just going to sort of have it offset. And I find, because I'm going to pop this up anyway, that I just use my dimensionals to do the work of 2 things. Oops, except that I don't want that one there yet. Oops, don't want that there yet. I'm going to use my dimensional to glue that down to the back, but I also want my little ruler. I want a ruler in my basket. So I just have to figure out where the ruler is going to be. I think that's kind of good. And then I can grab a dimensional to hold that in place. Isn't this the cutest stamp set? Like, who doesn't want to use this and come to my class? Come on. Fantastic. So cute. The trimmer is still my favorite, though. I do love the trimmer. I'm just going to cut the bottom of this off, you guys, because obviously it wouldn't be coming through the bottom of my basket. Let's remove the backings from there. And here's our project. And let's just, I think about there looks good. There we go. What do you think? Oh, hi, Valerie. How are you? Nice to see you. Didn't see you jump on there. Excuse me. Oh, gosh, how could I forget? Let's add some of our bling. So again, this is the Tinsel Gems 4-pack, part of the class. And I think I'm going to go with these lemon, or these, oh, these aren't lemon, are they? These are lemon lime twist. Okay, these are lemon lime twist. So let's add a few of those to the middle of our flowers. Clean up my space. Ugh. What do we think? Isn't it cute? I think it's cute. I really like it. It was a fun card to make. And then we've got you can open it and you can write in here. This would be a really good card to add a little gift card to for something, you know, for a friend that likes to craft, right? Wink Estella on the flowers. Yes, Diane, let's do that. Diane is my Wink Estella girl. So let's add Wink Estella here because she's right. Anytime you can add Wink Estella, you need to add it, right? Anytime is a good time for Wink Estella. I agree. So let's add it to the, you won't be able to see it on the camera, but you'll be able to see it there as I move it, I hope. Okay. Oh, that's bugging me. I'll have to put a little dimensional on that later. Hold that down. Okay, so that's the card that we made today. And this is the card that we made the other day. I love this. Sending you a handmade hug. I don't know. I keep telling you I love the trimmer, but I do. But I love the scissors. And then the details. This is what these distinctive stamps look like. Right? Just inked in one color, but the stamp adds all the dimension to it. Really love it. So cute. Love that. Okay, coming over here. I can get my cursor. There we go. There we go. Hey guys, I'm back. Got to sneak to do some crafting between renovations. Oh gosh. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Diane, at the class. Okay, guys, the class is July 29th. You can watch the replay and see what's included. But we're using the Crafting with You bundle. Okay. And the sign up link will be on this video. When I'm done, you can just click on it and sign up. If you don't live in Canada, it's okay. You can purchase the PDF. You can cut all your own materials, and you can still join us on our Facebook exclusive group and craft along with us. So you just won't get the goodie bag. All right. Any other questions? Oh, thanks, Ellie. I love it too. It's sort of a you card. It's a card that you would create. I can see you creating that card. All right, you guys. I will see you now. I won't see you Sunday. Normally I'm on Sunday, but it's the long weekend and I have company coming, so I won't be able to join you. I'm going to actually see the Canadian baseball team. The Canadians, they're called the Canadians. They're a farm team for the Toronto Blue Jays. So they're professional players, but they're not obviously at that league. But it's in the most adorable stadium, right? Right, Di? It's at Nat Bailey, and it's so fun. It's just really a fun atmosphere. So take me out to the ball game on Sunday. You guys have a great long weekend. Happy Canada Day. And if you're in the US, happy 4th of July. Oh, thanks, Lori. And I will see you probably a week from now. Okay? Bye for now. Take care and happy stamping.